Hungry eyes. Everybody will see when we cry. Hungry eyes. If y'all know what song that movie came from, we could be friends. I'm about to say you ain't waving the white flag over there, is you?
I'm actually waving the flag to the song, to the beat of the song.
Hungry
Mm,
eyes.
mm, 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 mm. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, people? What's going on, people? Man, it's the Originators Monday coming to you at 6 o'clock, which is the late afternoon, right
It's new
before
time.
nighttime.
It's new time, y'all. Though we doing things a little different. So yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, look, like you said, man. Six Man K Styles here, aka the Shogun, being your host for this evening's festivities. And to my stage right today, we got he don't want to be Senator Palpatine no more. We're gonna call him Senator Mad. Mad Mike
Just for
Sports.
just for legal purposes, because I don't need George Lucas. He a hero of mine. I don't need him coming at me. So
So we got Senator Mad over here. And down at the bottom, we have the Summerhill Nightmare, the Don's Favor, the
hmm
icon in the
by the way,
building.
I was born in Summer Hill. He was born in Summer Hill. That's why he my brother. Just so you know, just so y'all know. If you don't know, then you know.
What's good, y'all? Man, the hungry ass song, man, got me having hungry eyes right now.
Hey man, I was watching Dirty Dancing. I was watching Dirty Dancing earlier, so you know that song came up in my head, boy.
You
Man,
watching
I,
Dirty?
I was
You watching Dirty Dancing? I'm up here thinking about some dirty rice from Popeye.
man, you was watching that goddamn Eminem's commercial because that's what most people know that damn song from. The damn
Hey, you
Eminem's
know what?
commercial.
You know
I
what?
forgot about that. I forgot about that.
You know what? You ain't lying either. Oh yeah,
But yeah,
they just released some new M&Ms. That they got the minis, but they got the peanut butter minis now.
I saw that. I saw. I don't
yeah, I
know how
saw
I
that.
feel about that.
Look,
It's
I'm
kind of.
telling you, Triumph. I love the peanut butter M&Ms. They my favorite, but the bite size small ones. Oh man, the things like man, I'm telling you, they really good, man. You gotta go try them.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the food recommendation portion of the show for right now.
hmm
So wait till later before we start talking about some more. Hey man, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Like you said, we got a good conversation for y'all tonight over here on Mad Mike Sports channel. Mike,
hmm
you got this on any other link besides the channel? Um, like
I
you said,
don't. I forgot, and I'm lazy,
uh,
and yeah,
you better get on it then, goddamn it. But
I am, sir.
hey man, like you said, you make sure you follow the Don's Favor as well, Six Man K Styles, as we already about to get in. See, we already are starting it off. Began talking about peanut butter M&M minis. Yeah, man, let's go ahead and get to this roll call before we start having to take an intermission break to the store.
Yo.
And today, hold on. Today's roll call, we going to kick it off with my bad, y'all. I'm, uh, I'm sitting here working on a lemon right now. We got Boomer the Falcon in the building. We got the franchise in here, Big Ant. We got the Joker therapist in here, Fred Butts. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Smooth C78. We got here. We got Floyd Donnelly in the building, Eric, Maurice Martin. We got Miss Christy Lewis is in here. We got Mr. 58 himself, Jammerous, in the building, y'all. So y'all, when y'all come in here, y'all make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that share button. Excuse me. D. Coleman, what's going on, man? So Clay Melton already starting off with shenanigans, talking about draft overs ready for some foosball. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Mike, you have an interesting topic that you want to speak on tonight. Besides that, is there any other news that you think we need to cover? Oh yeah. Oh. Let me kick it off here. Did you see who got the bag today?
I did.
There's a
Kind of
couple guys got
weird.
bags today.
Kind of weird.
We need to talk about one of them that's going to impact one of our players here in the next month or so. We're talking about Antonio Whitfield Jr. He got a huge contract to stay in Tampa Bay, and I know I tweeted about it. I was like, "Well, this is not good for the Falcons organization because we starting to figure out if we're going to keep AJ Terrell here or not, and we're going to have to pay him around what Whitfield or probably a little bit more than what Whitfield makes." And that's what happened when these players get these max deals. It sets the market.
Well, so do you think that Winfield Jr. sets the market for the corners, or do you think that just for the whole DB room in general?
I think it's just the DBs in general. We know he's a safety, but it's gonna impact corners and safeties.
Okay, what you think about that, Mike?
I don't like it not one bit. I absolutely despise it. Why? Because for one, I don't think he that good to begin with. This is me. I think it's how they used him. I think I'm not saying that he sucks or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't think he's worth that type of money. Um, I think when you put guys in certain schemes, and you protect them certain ways, yeah. Because I've seen situations where he doesn't cover real well, but like when he's constantly on the attack, that's when you see the best from him. So it's almost kind of like I hate to make this comparison, but it's almost like Willie Moore. You put Willie Moore and Keanu Neal in a certain scheme, they end up, they end up shining. So it's like I wouldn't have paid him that much money, but since he's, you know, he in the scheme there, and I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know how it's gonna keep how he's gonna keep up. Because like I said, that the Bucks defense for me, it just really didn't move me. Like I said, it just didn't move me. But like I said, certain situations, he's an excellent tackler. He's in the right position. You send him off the edge, things like that. And certain defenses, I think you pay him that much money. So I'm thinking that's probably why they paid him that much money because of the defense that he's in and how you're going to continue to use him. But that's just me.
All right, Don, what's your take on that, man? Antoine Winfield Jr. Do you think that they may have overpaid him? Or you think he's well deserving?
I feel like they did overpay him. If you look at Tampa Bay's front seven, that right there allowed their DBs. They made their jobs very easy down there in Tampa Bay. Like you got a Shaq Barrett, you got a Villa, you had what's the other guy that was not? Oh, Ndamukong. He was there for a couple of years. Like it made Antonio Whitfield Jr. and those guys, it made them play easy. So But last year, you saw Whitfield. He declined a lot last year, and
Yeah.
I don't like. Again, somebody that they drafted, and I already know Todd Bowles. He's a DB guy, so
Mm-hmm.
he want to keep his guy there in Tampa Bay. So, and a lot of fans they huge on Antonio Whitfield, and there's some people who are Antonio Whitfield Jr. fans that are not Buccaneers fans. They really high on him, but coming out of Minnesota, I saw that okay, he's a solid, serviceable safety, but is he a top 5 safety? No, top 10. Yeah, you can probably debate that he could be a lower top 10 safety in the league, but I really, again, he got a good front seven. He don't really have to do much, especially in that defensive scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they did overpay him. And then now it's going to make it hard for teams to keep guys like an AJ Terrell, New York with Sauce Gardner. These guys that these DBs that's on these rookie deals that's going to end soon. That now they're going to be getting paid more than what $110 million. You know, so just be on the lookout for that, y'all. And I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. I really think first round next year, and let's hope and pray we keep it because of the tampering situation with Kirk Cousins. We may have to end up looking at safety, not safe either, not safety, but corner to replace AJ Terrell because what we don't need to do is just keep a lot of players and keep them on these high contracts.
They were 28th in the league in pass defense. Like,
Yeah,
and the Falcons were 8th in the league. So that's why it's like,
they will pay them.
yeah, he's yeah. Anytime you see a defense that, especially pass defense, that's ranked that low, that's telling me that your safeties really isn't that high. And they had a pretty good defensive line. Like, that's gonna make that clear. That's why the Falcons defense was so good because we had Jesse Bates, who arguably the best safety in the game, and we just didn't give up any big plays to go along with the scheme. With Jerry Gray and those guys. Jerry Gray kind of, let's just make that clear. Jerry Gray, he created that game plan, but I'm seeing Tampa numbers, and I'm just not. I'm not blown away by it, man. They got some bad numbers for a team that supposedly have the best safety in the game. Not feeling it.
Well, yeah, because I thought it was very interesting that them giving them this contract right here that they declined the option for Joe Tryon, the defensive lineman that they had, who like you said, who I thought was kind of a pretty good piece for them, who kind of gave us a little hell for a little bit. So they declined his 5th-year option in order to
Yeah.
give Antoine Winfield this contract. So
I mean, he had 3 interceptions last year too, and like I said, I'm just trying to figure that out. I don't get it. Maybe he's a fan favorite. I don't get it. I really don't.
shit, that's 3 more interceptions than what AJ Terrell had.
Hmm. And that was an interesting stat with that too, because the Falcons. I saw a stat that was out and said the Falcons had the worst interceptions.
Yeah.
Interest, what was it,
No,
interception rate or something like that?
they said they had the least amount of players with interception in the season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
we only had three
three,
players with interceptions last year.
and that's the worst. Yeah, that's pretty bad,
That
bro.
was I think that was Jesse Bates, Nate Landman, and I forgot who the other one was. But like you said, the corners are not really making a lot of plays on the ball. We not even talking about the ones that they could have made, but the ones that they actually hit on.
Hmm.
Um, We got a $2 super chat here from Fred Bus. He said, "I'm not paying corners that much money." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you said, man. If you gotta. If you have a hell of a front seven, like I said, you can get by without paying corners that much. That high of a price.
It's dumb to, and let me tell you why it's dumb to pay these. And I'm a DB guy, but how the way the NFL wants corners to play now, you can't even make plays on the ball or even try to play tight coverage against receivers anymore. They're gonna throw flags.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I want to pay somebody who, and that's more the on the defense. Your corners and your safeties now are the most liable positions on the defense now. You might as well just bulk up your front seven and just have smart, high IQ DBs that are, not fast, not too fast, but they fast enough they can keep up and they can understand, they can learn different schemes. Do it that way. I just keep every 3 years, just keep drafting, DBs in your system. But I'll pay my D line, I'll pay my D line, my linebackers more because not only they can get to the quarterback and they can make tackles for loss, running backs, they also stop the run too. So like D line, they disrupt everything now on defense.
Yeah, you stole the words right out of my mouth on that. I was about to say, yeah, the D line can affect so many more things.
Yo,
that
I
they
got something
actually.
funny, yo.
What you got?
I got a interesting quote. Sorry about that, kid.
What you got?
Um, this is hilarious. So I just wanna let me see something right quick. Let me see if I got a few people. What's the chat looking like? If I see one
Well,
person in here,
well,
no,
while
I
you
don't see
doing,
anybody. No. I got it. So I don't really see anybody. So, but they probably watching. So there's a report coming out of Bears camp. Um, this guy Tyler Dune, however you say his name, and he interviewed a coach, Bears coach, and this Bears coach had something interesting to say. Really had something interesting to say about a certain guy, and this guy is number. I am number one. All right, number one. We just gonna leave his name un spoken. And this guy said, when you watch him, watch his eyes. He tries to see the whole field and doesn't see anything. His eyes are all over the place, and it's just really hard to watch. It's just bad football. Anybody want to take a guess on who that guy, who the coach was talking about?
I know we ain't talking about Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos? Yeah, it might be Juan Carlos.
Oh Lord.
So
Oh
they
Lord. But now when I watch they start coming in here like roaches. Talking about, oh, what the fuck? Right. How dare you? That man don't know what he talking about.
So it's coming out, man. Like, I've been saying this for years that dude just did not have. He didn't know how to read. Really one.
One,
That wow.
we just gonna play off off some wrestling words with that.
Wow. This wow.
Just a terrible. Hey, we know one thing. He definitely won't know X Factor.
Oh my god.
Nah, based on that theme song, that's exactly what
Oh
triggered his
man.
ass. You dealing with the X Factor. I got everything I ever wanted.
He
Oh
sure
boy,
did get everything he wanted. He finessed the hell out of the Bears organization.
man.
Ah, shut. Oh my god. Oh, I was
But
surprised they
I,
didn't tell me here. Like, how dare y'all talk about him?
hmm they
They
probably
them
left. They
coaches
probably
don't know.
left.
Yeah, they listening. Um, but yeah, man. Like I said, that's just one of those cases when you trying to deem somebody as a savior or and all that, and like you said, that they haven't even went through their whole process yet.
Hmm
Yep.
But Clay talking about the kick returner.
That's bad, bro. That's
but
bad.
but there's some other NFL news that happened as well. Looks like somebody else got paid as well. Who?
I,
Who? Who?
who? Man.
Your your boy Jared Goff got the bag too. It
Yeah.
looked like he's signing a 4-year, $212 million deal, 170 million guaranteed.
Wow. Well, golf numbers are really not bad. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. I don't really know what to say. I don't hate it, but for Detroit to get him that much money, like I just they to me they are a win now. They are a win now. Um, they feel like they got the one of the best teams to contend for a Super Bowl. Hey, they almost had it last year. If Campbell didn't, take his foot off the 49ers' necks, they would have been in the Super Bowl. I'll be honest with you, they would have made the Super Bowl. They would have beat Kansas City. They beat them week 1 last year. But hey, I think the guy because the quarterback they drafted from Tennessee last year, I don't think he's not ready yet to start. So giving Golf a couple more years and Golf, he's what this would be Golf what 9th year in the league.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
going on the ninth year.
so he's in the prime of his career. So let him play for a few more years. I forgot the name of the quarterback they drafted out of Tennessee.
Hendon Hooker.
Hooker, yeah, Hooker. So if they can allow Hooker to sit for a few more years or whatever, they got their backup. But I don't hate it. Detroit has one of the best teams in the NFL when we talking about all 3 units or all 3 phases of the football: offense, defense, and special teams. So, they will. I think they will win the NFC North this year, and they should go deep in the playoffs again this year. So,
Yeah, you ain't lying about that one. What you think about that, Mike? Too much money? Just enough? There's a hesitation in your thought process, so
sure.
you kind of
I
on the
just I
fence on
just
this one.
think I don't like paying guys off of one good season. Like that shit annoys me to when you seeing so many teams make so many errors off of that. Like you should like you gave the wide receiver the bag, Saint I'm gonna say
St.
Saint
Brown.
James Saint Brown. Like you gave him so much money. You gave Panay an extension and now you giving so you're already telling me what you put your stock into. You put all your stock into offense. Every time we see that, that shit just annoys me to no end. That's how teams end up going downhill because, like Don said, they got one of the best, 3 units in in football, and you already spent dang near $300 million on all your offense. Like that's just not good at all. Like you just don't do that. And I understand, like Brown is just not. He's just not that dominant of a wide receiver for me. He's not. He's not a guy that you can put on the outside and he dominates. He just wreaks havoc in the middle of the field. He's basically um an older version of Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, Fitzgerald was just a guy that you can count on to get first down and catch the ball and to keep the cut. So if they don't have a running game, how good is Brown? It's like how good is he really? And that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm saying. It's like they have to be a balanced team in order for those pieces to work right. The
I'm
rookie
just
probably.
I'm just trying to figure out in the next year or two how they gonna pay my boy, how they gonna pay Aiden,
You
how
know,
they gonna pay
and you
Hood.
know what?
That's what I mean. That's
Like
like
There you go.
he
That's what
is
we call
that
him.
Hutch is. I don't care what anybody say. Hutch is the face of the Detroit Lions.
that's why I don't get it. Like he's not that dominant of a wide receiver to be paying him that much money. And I understand how the taxes go, and but you can find a way to get over them taxes in Detroit. Like that's all cool and all, but once I start seeing team put money into their wide receivers, they start going downhill.
Yo,
Especially wide receivers. Especially when you start paying with a wide receiver, the franchise is already on the way down. Just saying.
yep.
Um.
Oh,
Okay, we got Tony Wright in here. It says there are some ignorant trolls that you may have noticed. Falcons chat Jim Everett, Ramelia Sports, and Young Montana, all Inglewood Rams fans. Yeah, I think yeah, we appreciate you on that. Yeah, we've seen them plenty of times. Usually, like I said, usually we ignore them. I think we just get to the point of if folks are not going to add to the conversation as well, even if you agree or disagree, either two things are gonna happen. You either gonna get ignored or you're gonna get booted because we not finna have that shit over here. But we appreciate the look out on it, man. Um, let's see. Yeah, so what I'm looking at this with the Jared Goff thing, and y'all both kind of made a point on it. Like it's almost like they're banking on the same offense. They're banking on this team.
Oh my God, Gil. This went slipped right past. Like you got an offensive coordinator too. Like he's a highly touted guy, and you playing
Mhm.
all these offensive guys, and he could be gone next year. So how that is that offense gonna stay the same? I doubt it.
but you know the Brad Holmes, the GM of the Detroit Lions, he's using that same formula that he learned under Les Snead in Los Angeles. He's doing the same thing in Detroit. Like if you look at what they're doing, it's just they're more of a physical Rams offense.
Mhm.
That's just pretty much it.
Hmm.
But yeah, so pretty much like I said, pretty much where they've been going with this is they're literally they're banking on making serious noise here within the next couple of years. But like you said, when Aiden Hutchinson, when his time comes, they're going to have to make some sacrifices based on the way that they've been paying these guys here recently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, be honest with, like I said, be honest with you, I kind of agree on the fact that yeah, I think they overpaid for him. I know he put up good numbers. I know they've seen some success. They've seen more consecutive successes with Jared Goff as their quarterback than they've ever seen in their franchise history. But you got a lot of playmakers, and you got you got a dog on that defensive side that you have to take care of now. Now, if they're banking on the salary cap to be 3 times larger than what it is up until that point, this could make sense. But it can also backfire at the same time.
Hmm.
But but yeah, like you said, hey man, get the bag. I hope y'all know what they're doing because success ain't like I said. You can only have continuous, consistent success is if you building up towards something. Um, you want to go? All right, so you want to go ahead and get to a few of these comments before we get to the main topic of the
Mm-hmm.
night. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we got a
Yeah.
subtopic tonight as well. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that Hawks first round pick as well. So, like you said, that's gonna come and that's gonna be the final segment of the show tonight, y'all. Um, here you go, Mike. You done said being a quarterback guy. Junebug has great and unique fluid hips. He's lefty, but he swivels to the right with no effort. Am I correct?
Um, I don't really care too much about his hips. Like that doesn't like as a quarterback, I don't really get too caught up in his hips. Like hips is a small part about it, but what I do like about him is his feet keeps moving. Like his feet are never stationary. And that's what you look for in a quarterback. Look if his head is constantly moving and his feet constantly moving. So like when you see the head and the feet moving together, that's what you like from the quarterback. That telling you that he's reading and scanning the field. So you see the head. That's why I always see K Style. You always say if you see that green dot on his head, man, too much, you don't want that. You always
Mm-hmm.
want that green dot on the back of the quarterback moving,
That
constantly
that
moving, and his feet moving.
that green dot better be on the left side, on the left
Hmm.
shoulder pad, or the right shoulder pad, or in the middle. It better be moving in increments. Like I said,
Hmm.
if it's staying on one point of the body at one too many times, he's not scanning the field.
So yeah, I like the fact that his feet is very active. Like that's the first thing I look at. Look at the feet, and then I look at because the thing is with the feet, your hips can go one. I mean, we've seen plenty of quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers is one. Like he does everything wrong. Okay, Aaron Rodgers, but his arm strength allows him to do it. Brett Favre the same way. Terrible mechanics, but his arm strength allows him to do certain things. So I don't really care about the hips. It's really the feet because your feet is always in the right spot and it's active. Um, I mean, look at a guy like Patrick Mahomes, terrible mechanics. He got terrible mechanics. Nobody teaches you to do that. Philip Rivers is another guy, terrible throwing mechanics, but his feet are very active. So that's what you look at.
Hmm. Exactly. We got let's see. Hold on. I gotta do it like this. We got another one. Fred Bus with the $5 super chat said, "Do y'all think the Falcons are mad at Kirk for snitching? So they drafted Penix. Kirk may have cost us a first round pick. Just wondering. I don't think they ain't cost them no first round pick. I don't think so. Nah.
It's an independent
Um,
century, you guys. We're not punishing people for just just doing stuff like
exactly.
that. Like it's
It,
you got to understand. You know, Kurt is what 37 years old. All right,
mhm.
Achilles injury, and his contract is structured as a 2-year deal. So, and the cap is not going up like it needs to, you guys. All right, it only goes up between what 10 to $15 million a
15
year.
million.
So it's if we get to 2026, all right, and yeah, Kurt could play phenomenal for us or whatever, but if our cap situation is not the way it needs to, guess what? We can let Kurt walk, and we don't have to hit the dead cap, or we don't have to be in desperate mode to be like, oh man, we got to sign him back because we don't have any other options at quarterback. You have a quarterback already.
Hmm.
So, and you got to think about it too. You got guys like Kyle Pitts, you got guys like Troy Anderson, Drake London, um, Bijan Robinson. Those guys, by the next couple of years, those guys are going to be looking for extensions as well. So we cannot afford everybody. We I will be if as, and I'm not trying to sound like a homer, but I will be more quick to sign players I drafted and developed than sign somebody who we just signed from, other team from another team that's been a journeyman in the NFL. That's just me.
Hmm. I mean, that's why you still have a guy like um brain fart, Taylor Heineke with the team, because if something happens to Heineke, to Kurt, you got Heineke right there that could come in if for any reason Junebug is not ready to kind of take full control of the offense. Like that's why you have him now. So I expect him to be here for that reason and that reason alone. But like if Mike come in and he does what we think he can do, and that's kind of accelerate his growing process, yeah, he'll be gone. But like for any reason, that's why you got that. So I'm cool with it.
All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into the topic for tonight, man. Mike, I think you came up with an interesting dynamic with this one. I want you to explain to the people where this topic originated from and where we going from here with it. As Michael Penix is catching strays from the media.
I think we know for sure that for whatever reason the Atlanta Falcons are always going to catch strays. Like at this point, we we know it's going to happen. Like there had nothing to do with the fact that um he had no reason to even bring up the Falcons when the Hawks go out, and we're gonna get to that. But like when the Hawks win the draft lottery, Adam Schefter comes out of nowhere and decides that he just want to take a shot at Mike Penix and the Falcons. Ain't got nothing to do with it. It's like you're reporting on basketball stuff and decided to make a football joke. It's like, why is that? Like, why are you going out of your way to make a joke about Mike Penix when he has nothing to do with that? So my thing is, and this is the question that I have for everybody, is that um does Michael Penix, one, is he catching strays from the media? And the second part of that question is, can he hold? Can he hold up mentally? Is he mentally strong enough to be able to catch the strays? Because they're going to be, if he plays awful, we already know the media, the fans, like they're going to be all over him. So do y'all feel as though that the media is going to continue to take these shots at him? Um, when to be honest, like you could have easily made a joke about Kirk Cousins, but you didn't go. So is this is this a sign to come that this dude is going to continuously get strays?
Um, being a athlete that plays in Atlanta, he just going to get used to it and just crowd out the noise and just go out there and do what he do best. You know, that's just how it is. Like Matt Ryan had to endure it. Vic, he had to endure it. We had guys like Chris Miller, Chris Chandler, those guys here, even Steve Barkowski in the '80s, like they had to endure, the negativity of the media because they play for the Atlanta Falcons. Just by default, they're going to get, some scrutiny for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, um, for those that may not know what qu- the, the quoted tweet was, the Atlanta Hawks. This per Adam Schefter said the Atlanta Hawks have the number one overall pick. The Atlanta Hawks will not be drafting a quarterback with the first overall pick. So my question is, based on that tweet, or is he really throwing shots at Michael Penix, or is he throwing shots at the fans, at the Atlanta fans?
I, mm, I,
Because that doesn't sound like it's a shot towards
it's an
Junebug.
indirect. But his
It,
name. What
it,
I mean, it's an indirect shot. It's a shot at the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta Falcons in its entirety, and I mean fans included. So it's
right.
like this is what I mean because some people don't want their name brought up when they have nothing to do with this situation, and I think that's the thing. Like he had nothing to do with it. It's like this dude ain't played one game, and we're already throwing shots at just putting his name in things that really ain't got nothing to do with it. It's like, all right, Julio Jones did something crazy, and then we saying it's coming out of nowhere. Well, Matt Ryan just did what he did, and he would have scored. I mean,
But
it's like that type of stuff.
and it's not even it was
And,
basketball related. It ain't got nothing to do
mm-hmm,
with football. Not a damn
mm-hmm,
thing to do with football at all. Like
Mm.
it's just like when the Braves was, in the World Series against Houston a few years ago. They had to bring up the Falcons. Oh, 28-3. Oh,
mm-hmm,
when they finished the job, Matt Ryan, he need to take notes and all this other stuff. Like
mm-hmm.
it's always something like this. It's just like we can never get congratulated on doing something good or winning a championship or winning a national championship or being awarded a first overall draft pick in the 49 years without a reporter like a Adam Schefter or Stephen A. Smith. They got to make jokes and throw jabs at us. This is the reason why don't nobody listen to ESPN anymore. You know, other than if it's game come on, then I'll watch ESPN. But if it ain't no game coming on, then I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah. Got another super chat here. George Tesbus, I think the media, especially Florio and Sauer, we're closing the door on being a mediocre franchise. Also, on leap years, we do good, except in 2020.
What the fuck is no man? Sorry. Like, what the hell a leap year? What the hell that got to do? Can't we just be fucking sorry? Like, can't we just be not good?
uh,
Like every leap year. What the hell did that even mean?
uh,
I love you, brother. You know I love you. But what the fuck the leap year got to? How can we just be fucking? How can we just fucking suck? Okay.
what the hell?
What the leap year got to do with it? It don't matter fucking year it is. We fucking suck that year.
Sure, the last time we had a leap year, the whole world shut down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't like. See, I guess where I'm getting irritated is just like every time something bad happens, it's always a curse. Well, what happened to the rest of the 30 team that don't win the fucking Super Bowl? We don't say, oh, it's cursed. Every time something bad happens to us, we don't get our way. Oh, we cursed. Oh, the Braves are cursed. Motherfucker, we got 2 championships now. Okay, we got 2 fucking
One
championships.
team can win the Super Bowl. Only one team wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
One team hoists the trophy each year.
each
It's like,
year.
look, everybody can't be millionaires. Some people gotta be thousandaires. Some people gotta be
Right.
hundred. Some people gotta be EBT heirs. Like like everybody can't have nice things. This is not communism, you guys. We live in a capitalistic society.
Yeah, I think 2020, 2021, that was the paying child support years. That's what we were doing. We was paying child support to players that wasn't even on the team no more.
I mean, we do good things, man. Like the Falcons have been one of the most consistent teams. Like if you just look at the wins in the Matt Ryan era, it's him, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and there's a bunch of everybody else. So these guys win games. We won a lot of games on the Matt Ryan era. That's when nobody talks about that. It's just like, all right, we don't win a Super Bowl. Like I said, it's only a handful of teams that could win Super Bowls like that. So,
In the past
like I
5 years,
said,
it's only been in the past 5 years. It's really just been one team that won it.
Right.
Like Kansas City done won what 3 of the last 5.
yeah, I just get irritated when I'm not saying that's what you saying, but like I see those types of questions framed all the time. It's like, especially when I'm on Twitter, because that's why I try to like I mute everything just so I can't see a lot of stuff because it's always insinuating that the Falcons are cursed, and it's just not their way. It's like 30 other teams are cursed too, if that's the case.
Yeah, man. Well, let's go ahead and get us a few of these comments right quick, man. Let's get a few of these comments. Let's see. Tony Hall here said, "What they gonna say when Atlanta wins the Super Bowl and takes our name off the list of franchises to never win a title?
I
Oh, they
mean,
gonna be sick to their damn
they're
stomach."
gonna be sick, bro.
Yeah,
Like that's gonna be sick. Kansas City was one
Um,
of those teams that couldn't win anything. They couldn't win anything. I'm talking about for 40, 50 years they didn't win anything.
and they had a Hall of Fame coach on their team in the '90s. They had Derek Derek
Uh,
Thomas on their team, one of the best linebackers in that generation. It just They just couldn't beat Denver. They just couldn't beat Buffalo.
Even in the early 2000s when you had Tony Gonzalez,
Trent Green and
Trent
Priest
Green,
Priest
Priest
Home,
Home,
the
ooh, I
returner,
love some Priest Holmes.
Dante
Dante
Hall.
Hall.
Dante Hall. Yeah,
Always made chicken wraps 2 for $5.
Shut up! I don't care
What
about
what
that.
the hell? Chicken wraps.
Nah,
Damn, I
nah.
want some chicken wraps.
Yeah.
Love you, Georgia Texas boy. Yeah, that just because I've been seeing a lot of stuff like that, and that's why like I see a lot of questions, a lot of comments about how the Hawks do. They even the Falcons how they curse because they don't win. It's like we ton of teams don't win. It's like I mean you look at like to be honest, everybody went um they tried to ignore it, but anybody saw what the linebacker, what his name, Devin White said about Tom Brady?
Nah, I ain't
Y'all
see
don't
what.
remember? He said that they tampered to go get him. So it's like a lot of teams have to do underhanded things to even do that to even become relevant. So it's like we're not the only team. It's like the Brown, they did one of the most desperate things in sports history. They gave this man a fully guaranteed contract. Who the hell does that bullshit? So,
And he ain't played but two. He played damn near a year and a half and got a fully guaranteed contract.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cody Paul here said no one has questioned the talent of Penix. The only question the concept of paying Cousins before drafting any quarterback in the first round. Waiting until the first interception.
I think Kill said that.
Mm-hmm. I made it even worse. I said wait till the first incomplete pass.
yeah.
Wait till the first incomplete pass.
Mm-hmm.
Boom! We
Yeah.
want to
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off here, y'all. I gotta take care of some business.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all take it easy. Everybody who joined us tonight, appreciate y'all joining us. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show.
Mm-hmm.
All
All right,
right,
appreciate you, Dan.
we all right, no problem, man.
All right.
All right, so Southside talking about Arby. We have the meats.
We have the meat. We have the beef. Beef.
But push. I think they said them motherfuckers. Let's see. So I think we're gonna go ahead and get into one more thing. We're gonna get into the conversation of the Atlanta Hawks and the number one overall pick. Hey, look, D Code. That's exactly what it'll be. Man, put Penix out there. This motherfucker Kurt 0 for 2.
Man,
That's
you
gonna
could have
be
ran away from that sack, man. Put Penix in there, man. Damn, you got sacked 2 times in a row.
that's gonna be the 3 dirties and the strap 24s of the world. That's exactly what they gonna be chanting. They see them first 2 executed.
Damn.
That's the Aruda bangers in the Josh Gibbs. That motherfucker go 0 for 2 with the first 2 passes. Man, put Junebug in. And that's all I need to see.
Just saying.
That was he's Kurt will be the first white boy in history being benched at midseason with a 7-2 record and 15 touchdowns and
2 interceptions. Yeah.
It's exactly what's gonna happen.
They're gonna be calling for their job.
They're gonna be like, man, we lost too many games, man. We 7-2.
We only scoring 25 points a game, man. We need to be throwing 35 points a game.
We need to score 70 points. But let's hey look. He said, we would have been 9-0 if he had thrown them 2 picks. I'm telling you, boy. See the funny thing about all this is that everybody's been getting on us about the quarterback position and stuff now. Now everybody done got everything that they wanted. Now the talk is done now. Like I said, it got to come through. But you said you wanted to go ahead and talk about their Hawks. Speaking of Hawks #1 overall pick, how about that? The Hawks get the first overall pick with a 3% chance of getting it.
It's interesting. And we only got 19 likes in here, man. Y'all hit that like button on here, please.
Hit that motherfucking like button.
We got 19 likes in here. All right, so at least get 30 of them.
We gotta say we got 60 people here. We gotta at least get about 25 to 30 likes on here before we can even continue. So while y'all go ahead and get them likes up, hold on. Let me do this right. I'm gonna do this right, y'all. We gonna play some hold on, where's the BT12 music?
The BT12, oh hell.
We ain't stopping this thing until we get to about 25, 30 likes.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you coming in, you coming in here. Hey. Wendy's got buckets of nuggets now.
Buckets of nuggets?
Oh, Lord.
We got the right music on for that response. The buckets of nuggets.
Exactly. The hell. Hey, what you got on them lights, Mike?
We have.
Hey.
We have 26. 26. 4 more, y'all. 4 more. All right. Just 4 more.
Hey.
Just 4 more.
We ain't did this in a while. Get a little music intermission anyway. Hey. I want to talk about that Hawks first overall pick. We get about 4 more likes on that thing. What you saying, Mike? Hey.
We have 29. 1 more, y'all. 1 more. Okay, 1 more like. That's it.
You want to at least get the 50% engagement in this. You want to let them slide?
We got it. They got it. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna let them slide with it. All right. So as we saw, the Atlanta Hawks get the #1 overall pick in this upcoming NBA draft, which is about to be a month away. They had a 3% chance of getting that pick. What is your thoughts going into the offseason knowing that the Atlanta Hawks have the first pick in the draft?
Um, which is interesting. Big decision for the Hawks at number one, plus a veteran trade option. Uh, ESPN reporting out here. So this is kind of interesting. I'm gonna be honest, man. I want to address this part first because we got a lot of Detroit Pistons fans that are upset, and I don't know what the fuck y'all upset for. Motherfucker, you need to be upset that you suck, okay? Not worried about the fucking lottery. Like that's the shit you need to be worried. You upset worried about the fucking draft lottery when you need to be upset about y'all not winning games. Like that's the first and foremost. All Detroit Pistons fans, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, you're not upset that you losing. You upset about we didn't get the number. This is like the third or fourth time in the last 10 years that y'all been in the draft lottery and you mad because you didn't get the pick. Not that your ass is in the damn draft lottery. Again, you upset about the wrong shit. That right there is hilarious to me. Um, but when it comes down to the Hawks, man, I think I can never take any basketball fans serious. You got some of the stupidest people, and I'm talking about. I'm gonna just say this because it's just I'm gonna just be real. Most of you people under the age of 30, yeah, you remember this? You remember what that mean, Kill?
Ooh, cuckoo,
Yeah,
cuckoo.
just a little cuckoo. Like a lot of you people are really, and some of you older cats too. So, but a lot of you people, I've seen some of the craziest stuff. I've seen people talking about guys like AI was trash and all. Like, have you even seen a highlight? Have you ever seen a game of these guys? They're clearly games that you can go back and watch. It's everywhere. You can see these guys play. And the craziest thing that I'm seeing is that these guys are saying we need to get rid of Trey Young because this here it is because it's not working out. The best of my knowledge, has a guy like Luca Luka Doncic won a NBA championship? I'm just asking, kid. I'm just asking. I'm just asking a simple question. I don't remember seeing him winning the championship. Had
But the thing is, they're looking at Luca. They're looking at the situation that where they is. Like you said, what the biggest difference is by adding a guy that complements him in a Kyrie Irving. Like I said, as much as Luca has been doing his thing, but the addition of Kyrie Irving has really elevated that team in more ways than what they want to talk about. But like I said, it's a very interesting dynamic here in Atlanta because, like I said before, man, they got decisions that they have to make here. What do you want to do? Like I said, in this first round, in this first overall pick right here, that's why I say it's very strange that this been the first overall pick we done had since 1975. Like, where do we go from here? What's going to be the benefit? Like, I know for me personally, I said the Hawks' biggest need was going to definitely be in that front court. They're gonna have to get one of these centers.
well,
So the thing is, even with Trey, what's going to be the plan? What's going to be the plan for this offseason? Because, like you said, it's running thin with him. I mean, it's been running thin with the media as far as Trey since he's been drafted. But I'm trying to put the question the right way. I'm having a brain fart at the same time. But but the problem with the Hawks is they just need defense, man. They need guys that are capable on defense. The scoring has not been the issue for this team. Quest already done kicked it off. He said, "Oh, True started it, huh?"
Hmm. I mean, my thing is when I look at this team, like one of the things that bothers me is that you see a couple of things. DeAndre Hunter as a guy that's averaging 12, like at one point he wasn't averaging barely 15 points a game. I think that's an absolute disgrace for a guy that's um has as much talent that he does. He shouldn't be averaging like this dude averaging 15 points last year. Um and this year, what is he averaging? He's averaging about 22. No, he's averaging 15. So it's like there's absolutely no growth when it comes down to him. And it's like he misses a lot of games and he's never 100%. And and it's not just him. Like the problem that a lot of people don't want to admit, it's not even DeJounte or Trey. The problem is that you got Clint always hurt. You got um Honda that's always hurt. Bogey, he's always something wrong with Bogey. Like something you never have a consistent lineup. A very seldom have a consistent lineup. So you constantly moving pieces around and stuff like that, which is a bad thing if you have the big guys to be able to do that. Well, they don't have that. Like they got guy like a Clint Capella. Clint Capella is just he's an old school defensive guy. Just keep that real. That's what he is. And the NBA right now, it's like if you're a big guy, you got to be able to one, be able to maneuver around the perimeter, and two, you got to be able to move your damn feet. Like Clint Capella, he move his feet, but it's only move his feet around the damn in the paint. That's it. You're not going to get Clint Capella to move his feet outside of that, the, outside of the box. So it's like that's hurting the Hawks, even with their defensive chemistry, because I see teams they shooting wide open jump shots a lot of times because the rotation is off. But you got one guy that's trying to make up for the lack of foot move, and that's another thing that people don't want to focus on. It's like is DeJounte Murray the defensive guy that we possibly thought he was? Probably not. Is Trey improving defensively? Yes, but is he a great defensive? No. So you're going to need a guy in the middle of that defense that's one is going to get defensive rebounds, but two, he's always going to be there to contest shots. Like if you look at a guy like Rudy Gobert, like he's a guy that can move around and he contests shots. He can move his feet. Like that's the good thing about having those big guys, the Lopez. Like those guys can move their feet. And I think you look at that, man. I don't think the Hawks' issue is Trey or DeJounte. I think it's his chemistry. They have the wrong pieces as far as the role players is concerned. I think they should find a way to get rid of Hunter and find a way to get rid of guys Clint Capella. I think both of those guys are holding this team back, and the lack of um the lack of growth from a guy like AJ Green, like it's just they're not getting anything from their role players at all. So it's like I think that's the wrong thing to do, but I think at this point the only way you're going to improve that is you got to get rid of Murray. You got to get rid of Murray. You got to find a way to get rid of Hunt, and you got to find a way to get rid of Capella. because Trey is what we call a true point guard. He's one of the very few guys in the league that can get you 25 and 10. Not many guys in the league. I mean, you can say LeBron and um, probably him. Not too many guys in the league that get you 25 and 10 consistently every night. Trey is that guy. So I don't think you struggle offensively. But if, like you said, they find a way to get those role players that can play solid defense and they super athletic and you get easy shots, this team would be right back contending, in my opinion. They'll beat the Minnesota. They will be Minnesota. If you look at Minnesota, they got super athletic guys. They got veteran guys, but they got guys that can do the little things like play defense and rebound well.
Yeah, like I said, man, the bigger the issue has been more defensive than anything. So, like I said, the offensive games I'm not necessarily too worried about. But yeah, I think their biggest issue is they definitely going to have to shore up that center position, and they gonna have to find something here
Hmm.
in this draft. Like you said, Clint Capella, like you said, at this point in time in his career, he's basically a glorified role player, which
Hmm.
which is definitely something that you're going to need down the stretch.
Hmm.
Not saying that Clint Capella is not valuable because he has value.
You need them in certain situations.
What? I thought he was done. I guess he went. I guess he went on a
Hmm.
food break. Went on a food break. Done.
No, I got done whatever I need to get done. I got done a little early, so I'll come back in for a few more minutes. If y'all don't mind. If y'all don't
Oh
mind.
no, no, no! You cool.
Mm-mm.
You cool. You cool. You know we don't. We don't mind. But yeah, we just kind of getting on this Hoss topic about what is this first pick and the mindset of this team and what needs to be done.
I, if y'all don't mind, I want to talk about this. Just Atlanta sports fans, y'all get on my last goddamn motherfucking nerve. Like y'all find anything to complain about. We were awarded the first overall pick in the 2024 draft, and some of y'all ain't even happy about that. Some of y'all saying, "Oh well, finally we can move on for Trey Young. We can trade him. We can find his replacement. Oh,
Ooh.
we can draft Bronny James, or we
Oh
can
hell no,
we
no,
can
no, no, no,
oh
no,
it's too good.
no.
Hold on. Oh, it's too good to be true. We I feel like the first overall draft pick is cursed. We just need to just get out of that. It's bad juju. I'm like, can we just enjoy that we finally got the first overall draft pick? It's been 49 years. 49 years. All right. And we done seen some terrible Hawks
Terrible.
teams. We should have been awarded the first overall draft pick
A lot.
more times over in the past 20 years. We should have gotten like several times. But guess what? We got screwed over. And I understand this, shouts out to Detroit Pistons fan base. They upset. They felt like they got screwed. But y'all literally just got the first overall draft pick a couple of years ago. Be quiet. All right. Like, y'all good. Y'all issue is coaching. All right. The problem with the Hawks is we cannot stay healthy. And we need to get a big guy who can actually play at least 75% of the season.
Healthy.
Healthy.
Like Clint be in there, but a lot of times he can barely move because
He
he's
can
got
barely
knee
move.
issues.
He's old. Like he's like his time has passed. We need young knees. We need young legs.
I had a joke there, but I wasn't gonna go there. But yeah, but yeah, I think that's pretty much my thinking of that is yeah, you gotta Hold on, we got another super chat here from Fred Bus said Trey and Sar would be dangerous, would be dangerous, and that's the biggest name that I keep hearing them being tied to is this Alex Sar. Um, I'm kind of like I said, I'm kind of new to it. I'm kind of new to him, so I have to watch his game and stuff like that. See what I'm seeing. Um, well, we'll talk about that in another video. But
They had the combine today, and they have like games that not highlights, but they got games on YouTube you can go watch. And I watched a couple of games today, and I watched bits and pieces of the combine. He looks. I know a lot of people talking about he's Wimby. I wouldn't really say that because Wimby's like got 5 more inches on him. But the dude do have long arms. Like Star does have long arms. He's very fast for his size. His feet, that's another thing people need to look at his feet. He's very agile. Those are things that you don't really see in big guys and centers because their job is, most of the time you train them to just stand in the paint. If the ball just come down with the ball, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he can do it all. He's out there shooting threes. So,
Definitely is.
so I'm not. He's not a generational type of player. Hell, Tim Duncan when he was drafted, when he came in the draft, Tim Duncan wasn't built as a generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like one of the greatest of all times in that generation.
Just come down to basketball. Like basketball, it's like if you just do the small things, quote unquote, the small things well. I mean, you look at Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman couldn't shoot to save his damn life,
He was
but
better.
he did everything else. He did everything great. Rebound, defense, moved his feet. Like the dude was just ridiculous, just as a basketball player. And that's the thing. What a lot of just just people today, everybody feel like you just have to be a scorer. It's like you don't have
And
to be
this
a
is what's
scorer.
wrong. And this is what's wrong with basketball, the NBA today, because they don't matter want to be developed anymore.
Mm-mm.
Everybody want to these so-called prodigies high school come out of high school and they feel like, oh, I don't need to go to college, I can just go
Mm-hmm.
straight to the pros. And then you go straight to the pros, you ain't no damn good because you
Mm-hmm.
missed a few years. College is not just going to get an education, but you going, those coaches there, they teach you how to be a basketball player.
How
All
to
right, this is
follow
and this is
rules.
why this is why a lot of Europe. This is why a lot of the NBA is some teams are going to Europe and getting those European players because they've been developed over there. And you bring them to the NBA, guess what? You don't have that much. It won't be that much to transition them from where they came from to over here. Like Star's been playing pro ball for 2 or 3 years now.
Mm-hmm. Learn how to follow rules. That's another thing too. Know how to follow least like how to listen to a coach because a lot of these guys that go to these prep schools and then they end up going straight to like a developmental semi-pro type of play. Like they don't do well with authority. I mean, let's keep it real. Luca doesn't do well with authority either. Like if it wasn't for Kyrie, where would he be? Like we already know what his camp is like. It's gonna be hell on earth if Luca them don't even get to the final. They don't get to the Western Conference Finals. You're gonna see him act a damn fool. So it's like a lot of these players we see not cool with losing. They not good with authority. You already seeing it with Giannis. Giannis done got like 4 coaches fired, 3 coaches fired. So man, I want players to learn how to deal with other people. And at this point, man, um, I think the Hawks are fine. They just they just need to be they just need to get it. I think they really just need a big man. I think everything would kind of come together if they just had a big man to be able to, to rebound, move with other big men on the perimeters, and learn to use their feet. Because I've seen several games with Clint Capella coming off picks. Like he'll come up, they'll set a pick, and then Capella try to, defend their guys who drive to the basket, and they get easy. They get easy shots, and then they get wide open shots because Clint can't run with these guys, and that's what you want with those big guys to be able to run with guards at sometimes. At because they do a lot of pick and roll in the NBA now. So the ball movement is another thing.
Mm. Well, like I said, we got a few more minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and get our last little bit of comments and questions, and then we're gonna head up on out of here. Um, got another super chat from Fred Butler. Like Fred Butler is gonna be the MVP tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. Hold on, never mind. He already sent that. My bad. But look like Fred Butler is gonna be the MVP tonight with the super chat. Southside here said, I saw a crazy stat over the last 3 years. KD has had 6 coaches.
I mean, that's what happened when your team don't. I mean, you went to like 3, 4 different teams. That ain't. I mean, he started in what was it? Seattle first. He started when they were Seattle, if I'm not
Seattle,
mistaken. So then they moved to OKC. When they moved to so you had like 3 or 4 teams. So that's not uncommon. I mean, you want to talk about KD? It's like KD still put up KD numbers. So I don't think it's a matter of him. I don't know what you're insinuating with that. I've seen. If you want to start getting into coaches, you just ask LeBron James how many coaches he done had.
That boy changed coaches more than he changed draws.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're insinuating with that. It's like, are we insinuating that KD is a coach killer? I don't know.
This is why I don't really like the NBA like that, because the players are bigger than the players are bigger than the teams, and the players are bigger than the actual NBA itself. This is where it came to for the past 20 years now.
I mean, I'll say that what Don just said. Like that's why I'm not a huge fan of basketball the way I used to be, is because like
I love
it's a player
basketball.
fee.
I love basketball. I just don't like the NBA. I'll watch college. I'll watch high school. I'll watch the FIBA. Like I just don't watch the NBA.
No, I'm not a bet. Like if it's not the Hawks or I'm not watching Golden State to watch Steph, I don't care. I have not been watching the NBA. I think I've seen like one game this playoff, and that I didn't even see the whole game.
Yeah, I go to Hawks games, because watching basketball live is always good. So.
But I'm about to say, let's go ahead and start winding it down, fellas, man. Like I said, we got any last words you want to say to the people before we get up on out of here?
I got one thing, and I need everybody in the chat who listen to me, do a huge favor, please. We're going to go on a boycott. Boycott the Krispy Kreme in West End. That's on Ralph David advertising. Boycott it. They never have the hot light on anymore. They never have the hot light on anymore. Boycott their asses. Do not spend another time.
Mike looking like really, nigga.
Do not spend another time there anymore. I'm telling y'all, they never had the hot light on. Never. If you want now, I don't live far from West End. And like it hurts me because now if I want a hot donut, I have to either go to Ponce and Leon or I gotta go to Riverdale, which is a drive. Oh, see, Southside know what I'm talking about. Southside know what I'm talking about. He said, yeah, he was just up there Wednesday. They don't have the hot light. You know,
Oh,
normally
man.
the hot light is normally on from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the mornings, but it turns back on at 7 p.m. until they close. Yeah,
7
Riverdale.
p.m.
Yeah, it come on 2 times a day. The hot light come on 2 times a day. West End, they don't have the hot light on no more.
Wow.
And my mom, we know this. We know the Krispy Kreme over there at West End.
Oh, I'm not doubting you. I believe me, I'm not doubting you.
Man,
Damn,
they
I want
like-
some
they
donuts.
They like shit. We not finna goddamn heat these motherfuckers up. There's too many people coming in here. Maybe we cut these off. Maybe ain't nobody gonna come in here.
I'm like, y'all got a microwave in something like. If you don't, just I don't want
a microwave.
I don't want no cold donuts. If that's the case, I can just go to the store and get some cold donuts for cheaper. A box used to be $7 a dozen. Now a box now is $15 a dozen. I'm like, at least just like pour some hot coffee on the donuts to get them hot again. I don't know. Do something. Do something to get the
hot coffee. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the done.
Oh boy. Oh man. Hey, you got anything to add Mike? What's your final?
I don't know how I could I don't know how I can do better than that shit. No, I don't I'm speechless.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can really follow that.
I don't know what else. Yeah. I want some damn donuts and shit.
Well, as we always say, man, ain't really nothing much, but we appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, man, new time for the Originators, 6:00 p.m. Like you said, man, just mark it on your calendars. We got a good week of content coming to you. If you haven't caught Sam OG TV with Sam and Mad Mike Network, go ahead and recap that show. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah. Dig it.
You ain't gotta go home,
but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Deuces.
Dudes.